I remember the day you kidnapped me vividly, the day you stole my life away from me, the way your lips lured me in with the taste of candy as the gifts of sweet promises escaped you. You said, "Come, run into my arms and I will comfort you. Grab my hand and I'll make all your problems go away for you." So I believed you, followed you, clung to you, devoted my life to you, as I remember thinking, this is what love is. When I should have been thinking, this is what abuse is. Because the truth is, fear had crippled my existence. My legs, arms, and hands unable to fight you off as you pinned my back against the table. While using your slimy fingertips, you made us to stitch a shame-laced veil over my vision, until my reflection reflected nothing but the tears of a missing person, crying out for someone to bring her back home. I was crying out for someone to tell me that I wasn't alone, that I wasn't the only one fighting this, that I wasn't the only one hearing voices saying I wasn't worth another breath, voices telling me I was weak. Too weak to starve, too faint to fight back, too ballless to man up enough courage to make myself puke, overwhelmed with the lost feeling of not knowing what else I could be doing, to feel like I was more than just your trophy, more than just some shiny new toy for you to show off to your boys at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You had me wrapped around your finger, because by my ears, you would linger, whisper anything you could to show that you were superior. Then 5,000 calories later, you would switch to playing the role of the waiter that wouldn't let me say another word until I had every last dessert, because that's what the fat girls do. We stuff our faces on a daily basis and make comments like, "Ha, that was cookie number 6. When in reality, that was an understatement. It was cookie number 7, followed by 8 brownies and 7 other cookies previously. You forced me to do these things, you bastard. I wasn't your slave, but I was too scared to run away, too lost to find my way back to the time before you got your hands on me. You had morphed me into an addict that needed the daily fix of your so-called love. Knowing that drained and drugged, I kept quiet. Hid wrappers and napkins before placing them in trash cans so that parents and friends would never get suspicious about my self-medication. You said they wouldn't understand our relationship. And I knew then and know now that there is truth in this worth believing, because society makes fun of the girls who eat their feelings. See binge eating as something self-sabotaging, avoidable, easily controllable. They say this condition is not excusable. But it was words like these that left me fragile. Comments that got me convinced freedom was not something worth dreaming. I remember screaming out to God, begging him to give me anorexia, wanting so desperately to be skinny enough for my ribs to protrude the cage suffering through my skin, as to prove to people that I was barely making it. Because with minimal visible symptoms, it's so easy to fake it. So easy to hide the number of times I contemplated suicide under t-shirts marked 2 sizes too big. I was the Elizabeth Smart victim, getting ripped apart when no one seemed to ever notice that the girl standing right in front of them was living a life of imprisonment. I owed my existence to our relationship, needed to pay you back for my inconvenience, the very justification you used for when you began raping me in the 7th grade, impregnating my self-image with the food baby image that this situation couldn't be aborted, that I was yours and you were mine, but you've had to apologize way too many times. I am done. I will no longer allow your ignorance to continue invading my innocence. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. You will no longer tarnish my existence. This isn't rebellion. For like a Civil War slave fighting for their freedom, I'm simply taking back what was rightfully mine to begin with. So take this as my emancipation proclamation. I am finally going home. Yeah.